What's up, everyone? So, I'm going to be telling you about this crazy story, what happened to me today when I was out. You got to hear this. Okay, so I'm out today running my errands like I normally do, right? As I finish up my errands, I call for my Uber, I finish my Timmy's, and I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm just going through, I'm editing on YouTube, right? This white truck pulls up. It's like a tinted, like real tinted. This Mexican dude rolls up. As he rolls up, he's like, "Hey, come here, I need help." And as I walk up to him, I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he holds out his hand like this. I hold out my hand. It's a wad of gold. It's all these gold rings and gold chains, two nice huge gold chains and everything, right? So as he hands it to me, I like put it in my pocket. And he's like, "I need gas money. I need gas money quick. Got to get back to Mexico." He goes, "I got my kids in here. I got my kids in here." And I'm looking, and there's like 6 kids in the back, right? Anywhere between 20 years old all the way down to like 2 years old. And so right away, I'm thinking in my head, this is a come up for me, right? I need this. I'm like thinking in my head, okay, I can do this. So I'm trying to hand him like $10 in change, right? And he's like, no, I need a couple $100. And then I'm like, thinking in my head, I'm like, all right, do you take PayPal? Because I didn't have money cash on me, right? I just need to get to like an ATM or anything, right? So I say, you have PayPal? He's like, no. I say, you have like, you know, cash transfer with the apps? No. I need cash. I need gas. I'm like, all right, how about, so right away, I'm like, all right, I'll be right back. And he's like, because I was going to run across the street. There's a pawn store across the street, right? And I was going to run in there, sell one of the pieces, and come back out, give him the $300 and keep all the other pieces, right? I could have sold one piece and get $300 the way gold is nowadays, right? And I was wondering why he wouldn't have just done that. And then I started thinking, well, it's probably because he's from Mexico. And when I was in the truck, he's like, "Yo, I'm a Mexican gang member. I'm a Mexican mafia, right?" So I'm thinking in my head, okay, no problem. I'll do this for you, right? And so when I get out of the vehicle, he drives me over there where the gas station is, and the pawn store is right there, right? But they're renovating the gas station, so there's no ATM in there right now. So I tell him, there's no ATM in there right now. I'm going to have to go in here. My buddy owns the pawn shop. I'm going to come in here, use the ATM, and come back. Oh, I lied because I just want to go in there, right? So, because I just was wanting to just get this come up. So I'm like, I'm going to go in there and come out, act like I'm using the ATM, and then sell the gold pieces, right? And for some weird reason, he didn't want me to go into the pawn store. He's like, does not want me to go in the pawn store. He's like, no. I'm like, why not, man? Like, he's like, no, go in there, go in the gas station, and use the ATM. And I'm like, there isn't one. Like, I'm trying to explain to him there isn't one. And so I'm trying to leave and just walk over, and he goes, I'll call the police. And I'm thinking in my head, what the F? Like, yeah, right, as if he's going to call the police. This guy first tells me he's a gang member. So I look right at him, and I get real pissed off, and I'm like, listen, bro, you don't fucking threaten people that have spent most of their fucking life, youth, and early life in prison, bro, in jail my whole fucking life. Don't fucking talk to me like that. You threaten me with jail, bro, I'm gonna fucking seriously do something that you don't like. You know what I mean? Like, I can't really talk about that on YouTube, but like, put it this way, there was no anything illegal happening. I'm just saying, like, the old me started thinking in my head, the old me, I'm thinking, yo, I should fucking just, yo, if this was me back in the days, that jewelry never would have came back up out of my pocket. As soon as it went in my pocket, it never would have left my pocket. I would have came up with any excuse not to, you know what I'm saying? I would have left, and I would have dipped. I would have started hopping through backyards and jumping fences and whatever, lick into a building, run into a building, consider that a lick. We used to call it a lick. You know what I mean? You got vicked. You know what I mean? Seen? But yo, man, them in Toronto don't play like that. Like, you don't roll up to a Toronto man like that and just hand him a wad of gold like that. Don't play like that, bro. You know what I mean? We all poor, we all need food, we all hungry out here. And you come up hand me fucking almost $10,000 worth of gold, bro. You don't do shit like that. But anyway, because I'm a law-abiding citizen now, and I have my girl from America here. Oh, by the way, he told me, he's like, look at my plates. I have Chicago plates. He goes, right? And I'm thinking in my head, okay, so this guy's some Mexican mafia gang member from Chicago or something, Mexico, I don't know. But anyway, long story short, nothing illegal happened because I have my girl here from the U.S. and she's from Arizona, so I don't do anything illegal anymore. Ever since 2012, I stopped doing illegal things. And then one time in 2016, I did something, and then I learned, like, I started falling back into it, and then I went back to jail for almost like 8 months, right? Had to fight a case, and the thing is, it was a lie, so you have to really be careful. So I stopped hanging out with anybody, and then ever since then, almost 10 years now, I haven't had a problem. But yeah, so you gotta really just, if you don't want to get in trouble or anything, you really gotta stay away from people. But me, period, I stay away from everybody. But weird shit happens to me, like I live in a movie or something. Like no matter what, you can ask my girl. I don't talk to nobody. I don't do nothing. I don't go out of my way to talk to nobody. I avoid anyone talking to me. And people just roll up to me in trucks and vehicles all the time. Like people will just roll right up to me and start asking me shit. Like, yo, you know where to get dope, or like, do you want to sell dope for me? Like I've heard the weirdest shit, like all kinds of weird shit. Now this thing with the gold, um, just all kinds of wacky shit. I've had drunks coming up to me, fiends coming up to me, thinking that I still sell dope from way back in the day when I do. That's part of the reason why I can't live in certain areas. Bro, if I walked to the store in certain areas, I wouldn't be able to. I'd be walking down the street and 20, 30 people would stop me on the way to the store thinking that I have some dope that they need, and they'll be fiending out. So they'll stop me and think that, they'll remember me. They think it's yesterday. 10 years can go by, 8 years can go by, and they still think it's like, to them, it's like yesterday, right? They don't know what's going on too much. Sometimes when you're that high, years go by and you don't even realize it, and you just see people that you're familiar with and someone that you used to get shit from all the time, and it kind of triggers your brain. But anyway, this was a fucked up experience today. I came back, I told my girl all about it. um, Made me really hype because I just had a freaking bunch of caffeine, and the only reason I felt bad for this dude is because he did have all his kids in the car. But like, you don't roll up to someone you don't know and do that, like, unless you want to actually go through with it. I was trying to help the guy, straight up, no word of a lie. In my mind and in my girl's mind, she even said, like, yeah, you were trying to help him. I was only trying to do what he asked me to do, get him the $300, the best way I knew how, the quickest way I knew how, and for me to make some money too and come up and get some jewelry out of it. You know what I mean? So it was like he wanted me to keep it though. But if I had the money right on me, he would have kept it. I would have given him $300 and he would have given me 10 grand worth of gold. So I'm trying to wonder, like, I don't know why he didn't want to go in the pawn store. Maybe this jewelry was from a dead body and I avoided a good thing. You know what I mean? Maybe thank God it's from a dead person or some shit. I don't know. But, like, that's what we were trying to think. Like, maybe it was from a dead person and he's just so paranoid and shit. He doesn't want it nothing to do with no pawn store or nothing. Maybe that's why. Or maybe it's stolen or passed down from a gang member to another gang members, and he doesn't know where it came from, and it could have came from a lick. You know what I mean? So I don't know, guys, but that's what I'm telling you. That's what happened to me today. I don't want to waste too much of your time. So that's what happened, and I'll be making more content. Of course, I'm coming back with a vengeance, and yeah, look out for me. And if you want to interview, if you've been locked up before, or you're talented and you have some sort of talent that you want to talk about and get exposure on, let me know. Hit me up. All right. Peace. Oh, by the way, we hit 1 million views on the channel. I love each and every one of you guys, all 1 million of you that have watched on this channel. And now we're on our road to 100,000. We're on our road to 2,000 subscribers right now, but we want to get the 100,000 plaque. That's my dream. All right. Million plaque, but the 100,000 plaques first. So that's my dream. So help me get there. Peace.